Hello and welcome. This video is for anyone who is interested in being a yearbook club member or a yearbook contributor, or really, if you are just wanting to make sure that your club or your sport or your friends are included in this book, then this video is for you. Hi, my name is Mrs. Burns. I am the yearbook advisor, and this is the first year that yearbook is a club. So welcome to Yearbook Club. It's kind of a big deal. Why should I care about yearbook? I've got a short video for you.
It was 2004 and I was 7 years old. It was my second year in America, so I guess the yearbook cover was perfect. Here's 7-year-old me, and I think that girl had a crush on me, but that's really all I can remember. The next chapter of my life was 5th grade, and I was living in a new town and a new school. He taught us that drugs were bad. That's my best friend Yoma, and he was still my height at that time. And that's Lewis. He still hadn't lost his baby fat. And that's me, so young and so handsome. You see, I had a crush on her, but that girl had a crush on me, so we were in a middle school love triangle. Junior high is that part of life where everything is really awkward. I played football when I really shouldn't have played football. I was on the C team, and there were 3 teams, A, B, and C. C being the worst. I was also in band where I played the saxophone, even though, to be honest with you, I didn't even like band either. And there's my best friend, Lewis. He was still a little chubby before he hit the gym. And Yoma. He was still my height. That's me. Do you see my hair? Do you see it? Do you see it? Do you see it? Let's close that chapter on my life. For high school, I had a giant textbook, because, of course, I went to a huge school. There were people from all over the world. Here's my Venezuelan friend, born in Austria, but living in the US. Here's a time-lapse of him sitting in class. My friend Jiwoo is South Korean, born in Tokyo, and living in the US. And do you remember Yoma? He got incredibly tall, and he won Homecoming King. Lewis hit the gym and lost all his baby fat. I didn't do football, and I didn't do band in high school. I kept it kinda low-key, but I still got chosen to talk about my future. I said, my goal is to have the ability to truly impact the world. Most people in high school won't remember me, but they will definitely know who I am in the future. It's impossible to tell you how I'll achieve this, but I'm going to do it, I promise you. I didn't really stand out in high school. I never even took my yearbook pictures. I should have been here, but I never was. Those words I said earlier about impacting the world, I worked towards them every single day, and they wouldn't have been possible without this giant school and all the yearbooks that came before it.
Just one person's perspective on why you should care about the yearbook, right? We are telling everyone's story. Okay? Every individual person in this school, it is our responsibility, our obligation, our privilege to tell their story. Okay, one more video for you. Another reason why you should care.
It feels old. Like, I feel like this was meant to sit for 100 years.
Our yearbooks suck. Why don't I get a poem?
So today, you're going to be reacting to a yearbook.
Oh, a yearbook? Like a high school yearbook?
Just yearbooks? I mean, we still have those. How young do you think I am?
Well, this yearbook is 100 years old.
Okay.
Oh my god. That's so cool!
I don't even know what school was like 100 years ago.
Is it gonna be dusty? Like, do I have to
So this is the Fine Brothers' great-grandmother's yearbook, and it's the real deal from 1917.
What the? Is this like leather?
Wow, this is like really nice. Like, it's not like any like modern day like yearbooks. Like, it's like really old school.
It feels old. Like, I feel like this was meant to sit for 100 years.
William Penn High School for girls. So this is an all-girls high school. Oh, dang. 1917, like that year in my head doesn't exist.
1917. This is really interesting.
Why is this yearbook horizontal?
Our yearbooks are vertical.
How did they keep it for this many years? And it's in such good condition, too.
This principal picture looks like it belongs on a dollar bill.
Margaret Major, This is the class president. My dear classmates, the time has come when we must all travel our separate road. Unfortunately, war makes the road to— Oh, this is during World War I, huh?
The court, the onus staff.
Oh, what is this? Okay. Okay, we're in the people now. This is a really weird layout.
So being that this was from 100 years ago, many things have changed. Let's start with the students' names. Read some out.
Yeah, they're all like Beulah.
Gertrude. Gertrude looks like a Gertrude. Old people names, man.
Hilda. Oof. Hilda Gledhill.
Kalela Tumilulo. Jesus Christ.
Mildred, I wouldn't know a Mildred today or an Agnes, but I know a Frida, and I know an Irene and a Josephine and an Anna.
Well, in the yearbook, if you look at everyone's pictures, they'll list a few things next to their photos and names. We're gonna pick out a few for everyone to react to, so go to page 38 for Edna Marie Hunt.
38.
Oh, okay, I found her.
Edna Marie Hunt, 569 North 20th Street. It says their address on here. That's not safe.
Yo, why is the Addie on the yearbook? Like, yo, party at my house, Addie on the yearbook.
You didn't have like a cell phone back then, so like the only way to really contact someone was like to write them a letter or like go in person.
Home economics.
Oh, do they all have like different classes?
Some people have commercial, some people have home economics. Like, so they were studying like specific things.
When Eddie Hunt goes to a dance, she is in her glory.
But when it comes to going home, it is a sad, sad story.
Dang. So she was a party girl, huh?
Yo. Oh my, Shakespeare, she's Shakespeare, like that's really dope.
Now we have senior quotes, but like back then they have like little poems.
She looks like a party girl. She already has like the 1920s swoop hair going on, and it's not even 1920 yet. She's like, I was ahead of the game.
I am so in love with this. I didn't know I needed this in my life, and I'm super into this yearbook.
So if you go to page 46, we'll take a look at Mary Ploucher.
46.
A movie actress she would be, she acts and acts and acts.
Soon on the screen, we're going to see her packs and packs and packs.
I don't know what they mean by packs. They needed a rhyme. That's cute, though.
That's confidence. She's like, I'm gonna be on that screen one day and you're gonna know.
I love the poems. I think we should really bring this back for senior quotes. I think that's adorable.
And finally, if you want to look at Melba Unterberger on page 56.
56. Mentor Unterberger?
Melba Unterberger.
Melba that's... Wow, that is definitely not a name you would hear anywhere close to 2017.
Pen players, Modern English Literature Club, student A. Dang. She was all over the place.
She was a real intellectual, and I respect that.
Her rhyme better be good, because she had a lot of accomplishments there.
Melba's a dramatic star with such a winning way.
That when she goes up on the stage, she'll win renown someday.
Yo, Melba! Melba's a G. Like, I love her rhyming.
Our yearbooks suck. Why don't I get a poem? I want a poem, man.
As you thumb through the girls, you might notice that there appears to be African-American students in this class.
I did notice that.
It didn't occur to me until I like started to flip more. I was like, wait, this was 100 years ago.
We need to do more research, but from what we found, some same-gender schools in Philadelphia may have chosen to desegregate, and we're trying to find out more information about that.
Oh my God, they were so woke.
Back in the day, we would just think like everybody was like thinking that way, but you never know. Like they're like this school, there was that small percentage that never like thought that way.
You know that the civil rights movement was in the 50s and 60s, that it's just you assume that everything was segregated prior to that, but it's kind of cool just to hear that there were more liberal states that were like, okay, yeah, we're gonna be way ahead on this and just start desegregating schools already.
Why was this area so much different from other areas? Like, was it kinder? Like, did they get it more? Were they more interactive with each other? I don't understand. If you see how they were in the school, like, it didn't show that there's anything different from them. Like, everything's the same. Like, they didn't have any sort of, like, petty attitude towards the African Americans.
So if you go to page 60, you'll start to see some of the things they added to the back of the book.
Oh, class history. Okay. This is like a whole like story and like history behind the school.
They have like savage. It's kind of rude.
Savage, barbarians, chivalry, modern. I'm so confused at what all these are.
Are these like all the different classes?
It's very, like, medieval. which it's not that old, but it has that element of like if I'm reading like a Bible.
Class poem. Man, this school loved to rhyme.
People were so much better at writing like 100 years ago than they are now.
All of these people in 1917 are like such like intellectuals that it's like there won't be a smidge of poetry in any modern yearbook. We don't care about that. We want memes as our senior quotes.
Next, you can go to page 73.
73, I found some sports. Yeah, statistics.
So this page is for statistics, but as you'll see, they're kind of like how we use superlatives now.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, so like they would put the name and then they would
Superlatives
answer
are like mock
she wants to
elections.
be where she glows, where usually found.
Where Lily was usually found was sick. That sucks.
Maybeck, she wants to be, not to be a suffragette. Oh, she didn't want to feel like she had to be a suffragette. She immediately wanted women's right to vote.
She's found in room 206, and oh, Destiny, first female president.
First female president. That still hasn't happened.
Oh, Maybeck. I love that, but that makes me really sad that she didn't meet her destiny.
So, checking out some of the people we talked about before, if you go to page 79, you'll see Edna Hunt.
Okay, let's see what Edna was up to.
So she wants to be the owner of a millinery shop?
The owner of a millinery shop.
I have no idea what that means.
It makes hats.
Oh. She wants to be the owner of a hat making shop?
Where she glows, that baby stare. Not sure what that means.
Where usually found with the other Edna. With Edna Jackson. This is so cute. They should still do this in like yearbooks. They don't do this. It's just most likely to succeed.
So now check out Mary Ploucher again.
Mary Ploucher. She wants to look like Lillian Walker. Maybe she was famous or something.
So I suppose that means that there was some famous person named Lillian Walker.
Where usually found at the movies, yeah, same.
Destiny, ladies maid to a movie queen. That's so specific.
So she wants to be like a assistant of an actress? I don't want to be famous. I just want to, be a slave for a famous person.
Finally, we've got Melba Unterberger again at page 85.
Okay. Melba Unterberger, that's my favorite name of the day.
She wants to be a college student. Wait, but they couldn't. Wait, 1917. I don't think a lot of women were going to college like after high school.
Where she glows in the dark. She knows what's up.
Destiny, Sunday school teacher. That's like something you wouldn't want to do. You love school so much that you want to teach on the weekends. I know teachers now that don't want to do that.
Clearly they had enough room to put like it for each student, which is nice. Like my school I know would never have enough room unless the yearbook was like a million pages long.
What kind of thoughts does it give you seeing students around your age, but from 100 years ago with their goals and dreams there to read, knowing that all of them already lived their life and no one is still alive in this book?
It's just weird because it's like it's like me reading them. I'm like, wow, did they achieve their dream?
I want to know what actually ended up happening. Did Edna actually own a hat store?
It's cool to see that even in an all-girls school that was a long time ago where things weren't as progressive as now, there were still people who had really aspiring goals and they tried to do a lot even back then.
You look at it and you think these are real lives that happened, and you only know a small fraction of them, and you won't even know any more beyond that. At the end of the day, you could only really ever know a fraction of someone else's life, even if you're really close to them. But it's still interesting to see that fraction regardless.
So yearbooks are still a part of most high school culture. What do you think about the fact that your yearbook doesn't just encapsulate what life was like for you to look back on, but could one day be used for someone 100 years from now to evaluate what life was like in 2017?
It makes it feel like being in a yearbook is not really for me. In terms of it's like showing everybody what school was like during my time.
There's always going to be a record of big things going on from generation to generation, but you kind of get a look at what a normal average person's life was like, and that's the cool part.
Now that we are in the future, we know what they did. We know what they went through. But at the time, they're still questioning what's gonna life be. The past and the future, it gets me thinking. The memories that you're living right now that are gonna be on the yearbook, they're gonna be there forever.
Thanks for watching, guys, and thanks to Besties for Life for watching last week.
Subscribe and hit the bell. You might get a shout out.
All right,
No
so
username here.
they were kind of explaining there, the yearbook isn't just for us. I mean, it's for us. It's fun, like to collect the memories and everything, and to keep track of the year. But really, like, what we're doing is creating a piece of history. We are documenting what life was like on the west side of Lansing in 2020. Okay, it is our obligation to tell that story. And 2020, as we already know, is a very different year from anything that we've seen before. And we need to document it. It's our obligation, it's our duty, it's our privilege. Okay, there's an article here that I'm not going to show for you, but just one quick quote. It's from 2018. I know we just brought a new U.S. Supreme Court justice in, but we actually did the same thing in 2018. And the yearbook from their college was actually, from his college, was actually brought in as part of the documentation of his hearing. And so a quote that I pulled from a 2018 article called Thanks for the Memories says, as the recent Senate confirmation hearings for the U.S. Supreme Court demonstrated, yearbooks are documents that can go beyond casual nostalgia. So it's important for us to document everything that's happening at Waverly, not just football, not just soccer, okay, not just baseball, not just basketball, okay, but everything that's happening. Okay, wait, wasn't yearbook a class last year? Yes, just like everything else in our world, the yearbook is changing this year. Due to the many current challenges, yearbook is now a club instead of a class. So this is important for a few big reasons. Each and every student now has an opportunity to be a big part of the 2021 yearbook, regardless of what grade you're in or what classes you still need. The yearbook is depending on you to be written. One teacher literally can't take all the pictures, write all the stories, and know what's happening school-wide. I can't. This is only my 4th year at Waverly. I don't even know where the pool is yet, you guys. Like, I need your help. Okay. And this is why we need you to be a part of the yearbook this year. I can't see the bottom. Okay, but it's absolutely I need you. Okay, we need you. The yearbook needs you. Okay, meeting times most weeks are Tuesdays and Fridays from 1:30 to 2:30. I don't always open up the meeting room, but there's usually tasks for people to work on if you already have login information and that kind of thing. Other days and times will be added as they become available and necessary. As you know, everything is up in the air with coronavirus and whatnot. And once I select editors, they're going to have some additional meetings as well. Okay, what yearbook needs from you right now? Photos, photos, photos. Please submit any photos that you have to our website or by emailing them to waverlyyearbookwarriors@gmail.com. Take pictures at your club meetings, at your sports practices. Ask your teammates to do the same or your fellow club members. Talk to parents. Parents always take pictures. It is our goal to cover every student in the school at least 3 times. So when you hear me referring to 3 times coverage, that's what I mean. Okay, when our 3 times coverage is only 3% right now, it's sad. We haven't done much. Okay, but when I talk about 3 times coverage, that's when I talk what I mean when we talk about all students needing to be covered at least 3 times in the yearbook. When you're submitting photos, please always get the first and last names and the grade from every person in the photo, every Waverly student. And if you can attach a story to that as well, not just like here's some soccer pictures, but like here's the meet from this date when they played against this team and so did this really awesome thing, whatever. I mean, tell me a story if you can. That would be awesome. But photos, if all you can do is photos, I'll take the photos. Okay, we'll take the photos. But if you could do a story too, story would be great. Okay, we also need publicity. Okay, 2021 yearbooks are currently on sale for $70 plus tax. Tell everyone you know. The yearbook actually sold out last year for the first time ever, at least to my knowledge, ever. The link to the website is right there. Please visit, share it with other people, and submit photos. Go to our social media, Facebook, especially. Parents use Facebook, so try to spread that to all the parents that you're connected with. We also have a Facebook group, Waverly Yearbook contributors. Like, follow, and share. Instagram, like, follow, and share. Twitter, help me, I don't understand Twitter. And then also like, follow, and share. Spread the word through your social media influence. You are all Waverly influencers, okay? Probably more so than me. Okay, so what's in it for you? There's different kinds of membership. A contributor is any student, staff, or parent who contributes to the yearbook. For example, you turn in a photo with a caption. You write a story, you design a module or a spread, you bring in a sponsor. Okay, you can be a yearbook contributor. Your responsibilities are just to be school appropriate whenever you're representing the yearbook and to share all of your special school related moments with the yearbook. The perks for being a contributor: you get to be a part of the Facebook group and be among the first to get yearbook news and announcements, and also listed as a contributor and thanked in the yearbook. So the next level up is a staffer. A yearbook staff member is a student contributor who has proven their dedication to creating a great yearbook by regularly meeting certain expectations. Staffers can focus on design and copy, photojournalism, marketing, social media, fundraising, or any combination of these. All of the responsibilities held by contributors are the responsibilities of staffers, in addition to the following. They need to complete at least 2 learning modules. They need to attend actively at least 4 meetings a month and complete at least 2 yearbook spreads. And a spread, a spread is 2 pages. I also used the word module earlier. A module is like a section of a page. That's one telling one story. Perks of being a yearbook staffer are all the same perks held by a contributor, in addition to the following. You'll be listed as a staffer and included in the staff photo, and you'll earn the ability to earn and spend Burns bucks during yearbook. Okay, an editor is the next level up, and that's a staffer who's shown a willingness to go above and beyond and to ensure that Waverly High School produces a quality yearbook and wants to take on a leadership role in its publication, marketing, or both. So you can just focus on the yearbook, or you can just focus on the marketing, the sales, the promotion, the coming up with sponsors. Those are 2 very different sides of yearbook, but they're both very, very important. The responsibilities are all the same responsibilities held by a staffer, in addition to the following. They need to complete all the learning modules, attend the editor meetings, where we will monitor coverage, sales, fundraisers, deadlines closely, and delegate tasks, and attend at least 1 yearbook meeting a week. The perks are all the same perks that a staffer holds, in addition to being listed in the yearbook as an editor and included prominently in the staff photo. Yearbook cords, as long as I get approved by the admin, which I don't see why they would not, but it hasn't been approved yet. And then also real world experience creating and editing a published piece of journalistic history. So being an editor is resume building, right? That's a great skill for those of you, especially juniors and seniors, right, who are starting to look at what am I going to do after high school. All right, so we are going to go on the Honor Society, and I would like you, this person watching this video, to do this pledge with me, okay? Are you ready? This is the yearbook coverage pledge. Are you ready? Okay. I, Mrs. Burns, solemnly swear that this yearbook is not about me. It is not a scrapbook of the yearbook club. It is not about the popular kids, the football team, or the homecoming court. It is not even about my friends, even though I love them more than other people's friends. It is about everyone in my school. It is about making everyone feel good. This is my chance to pay it forward and make someone's day. I, Mrs. Burns, solemnly swear that I will try my best to cover everyone in the school at least 3 times. In the name of our yearbook, hooray! Yes, I know that was cheesy. I appreciate you doing it with me. And let's end it with just some 5 principles of ethical journalism, because when you work for the yearbook, you are a journalist. Number 1 is truth and accuracy. We should always strive for accuracy, given all the relevant facts that we have, and ensure that they have been checked, right? So we're being truthful and accurate and making sure that we are always correct. With yearbook, a lot of this has to do with spelling names correctly. Okay, second one is independence. We should not act formally or informally on behalf of special interests, whether political, corporate, or cultural. Okay, so we are not acting on behalf of our sponsors. We're not acting on behalf of anyone, right? We're just telling the stories that have happened this year. Fairness and impartiality. Our stories should be balanced and add context. Okay, so try to avoid bias, tell both sides of the story, right? When we cover the election, we are going to interview students with differing opinions, right? And we're going to try to make sure that we do that evenly. Humanity. Journalists should do no harm. So it should never be our intention to hurt someone's feelings or to cause any harm. And accountability. We need to hold ourselves accountable. Okay. When you are working for the yearbook, you are working. Okay. This is a job and you need to take it seriously. We're going to have a lot of fun. Okay. But it's an important job. Okay. All right. Thank you so much. I know this was a little bit of a long video. I appreciate you sticking with it. After you watch it, go ahead and click turn in, and then look out for something from me within the next few days. All right. Thank you.